So these off Vinted, I only paid £7 with the box, and this is probably why. Filthy. But hopefully we are going to restore them, and I am going to do a little tutorial on how I clean my shoes. So yeah, here's the before. So this is my little setup. This is all the water I use, especially as we are cleaning suede shoes, and the dunks do not like getting wet on the suede, because some suedes are alright, like your Adidas Gazelles and stuff, you can get them wet, obviously not too much because they're still suede, but these are used to get all the dirt and stones at the bottom. And then I use these brushes and solution from Rejuvenator, I think it's called, and then just like another little brush just for like finishing touches. And then this is obviously the solution. You only need a tiny bit of this, like that's it, and that will clean a few pairs of shoes as well. It's not just one. But let's get straight into it. So what I do is at the start of every pair of trainers, let's get rid of that one. Let's just remove the laces. And look, if you can see there, all that dirt. We're gonna really try and bring that back to life. It's gonna be hard without actually getting it wet. But with these shoes, if you do get part of it wet, it's better to wet the whole section and the whole shoe, because then if it dries, it will dry the same color. So yeah, we'll put them to one side for a moment. Right, let me get a shoe horn. We'll put the shoe horn in, just so we can apply pressure to the toe box. But what I'm going to do by starting off is use the medium brush, just to get off, I've got a bin down there, just to get off any light surface dirt, because what we don't want to be doing is definitely not putting liquid onto the shoe on top of the dust and the dirt. So we're going to try and move the top layer of the dirt. So I'm just going to go around the whole shoe and try and just start by removing the top layer of dust and dirt. Yeah, look how dirty the night tick is. We're definitely going to have to get this shoe wet. But what I don't have is the suede kit to bring back the suede. Right. And then moving on to the stiff bristle brush, and always start on the shoes with the sole. And again, just be careful not to get the suede not too wet. We will have to get it wet, but not just yet. That really don't want to come off. These stubborn bits we just work it in there on top of the actual marks, and also you can get a bit closer then to the suede without worrying too much about getting it wet. It is a bit of a long process, but I enjoy doing it. I've actually got also a little wire brush here that I use if it really don't want to come off. You still got to be careful of using wire brushes though, because you don't know if it's going to damage the sole, and then it will defect the price obviously. Right, because a lot of the dirt, I've gone around the midsole of it. It looks a lot cleaner, and the sole is still not as clean as I want it to be, but this is really, the bottom is really hard because of all the grooves. That'll take a really long time to do individually each hole, and I ain't got the time for that. But yeah, it's come up a lot cleaner in comparison to the other one. But yeah, unfortunately, we're going to have to get the shoe wet because this suede is just too dirty. So what we're going to do is we are going to use the soft brush, and we're going to use the smallest bit of water possible. And so we're going to just dip it in the solution, and then make sure you just get much water off the brush as possible, and then just work on section by section. And section by section, you're going to go around and just pat it dry. Don't rub it, because obviously it's suede. So with suede, you pat dry. But these stains here are really stubborn. I'm just going over it very lightly. Again, we'll go straight over it, pat it dry. What we might have to do is we might have to get the suede restorer, like the eraser, because I don't actually have that in this kit. So again, just dabbing it, patting it. Nightstick's fine, you can just give that a quick wipe because that's leather. Yes, the next part. I'm just basically going to go around the shoe now and just do it all, then we'll come back after. So there we go, I've gone around the whole shoe with the brush, the soft one, and the microfiber cloth, just patting it after giving it a little scrub with the brush, lightly with the soft one. It still has got, you can see some marks on it, but honestly the suede was so dirty. Some you just can't get out unless you go into a different kind of restoring them into a deeper clean, but I'm not going to get into that. But I'm happy with how clean they have come up. And the other one, you can see. So what I'll do is I'll leave that to dry now. So basically now I'm just going to get on with the second one and do the same again. But the only thing is on this one, the suede looks very damaged here. So we'll clean it up and then see what we can do after. But I'm just pretty much going to do it exactly the same as I did on the other one, and I'll show you it when it's done. So the second one is now done. These one had more stubborn stains on, which were harder to get out. It's still not perfect, but it will do for how I want them to resell. Yeah, £7, hopefully into £40 to £50, potentially more. I'm not sure, but I'm quite happy with how they've come up.